Hello YouTube, first time on cam. Welcome of course back to another edition of Pro Tips Betting. Today it's Thursday the 25th of April. We will start off today by going through of course the last betting tip of mine. So if we go here we can see that the last safe bet was a win. As you can see here on the spreadsheet, we had the Valladolid home or a draw. We also picked Tottenham, who won 1-0, I believe, in the last 2 minutes or so. And also Ajax versus Vitesse, who won 4-2. Paid out a total of 2.1 in odds, which is pretty decent. Enough about the history. Let's go over to today's games. And today we have 7 games selected for you guys. So, starting off today, we got one game picked out from the Netherlands division. We have Willem versus PSG. Checking the standings first here. We can see that the PSG today, with a win, will take over the first position in the league. And Willem is in desperate search for the Europe placement, the top 7, with their 44 points, and will go up to 47 with a win today. Anyhow, I do believe that PSG will win this game. This will be a tough one for Willem. Last 5, Willem 3 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. And the exact same with PSV. Last time the teams met, PSV won 6-1. And the game before that, Willem won 5-0. Odds are only at 136-ish, at least from Bet365 today, for PSV. So might be a little on the low side, but this is a game where PSV should win. Just doing some notes on my paperwork here again. Over to Spain, La Liga. We have today Sevilla versus Rayo. Some players out for both teams. Nolito being one of them. Escudero out with a red card. Over to the standings here as well. Sevilla on a 6th position, still pushing for that top 4. And Rayo is more or less already relegated. Might be a slight chance still to survive. But this should be a easy game for Sevilla. Checking the head-to-head, we can see Sevilla has 3 victories and 2 losses the last 5, where Rayo has 2 draws, 2 losses and 1 win. Sevilla won the last game 4-1, and before that was all the way back to 2016, and it was a 2-2 back then. Again, a game Sevilla absolutely should win, but Rayo, as I said, are on relegation. There is still a slight chance to survive still, so they might give everything they have here. And the odds for victory on Sevilla is only on 122. It was up to 130 earlier this morning. I was thinking about picking them for the victory then, but 122 is just really too low for me when you have a team like Rayo struggling and fighting for survival. So I might lean towards a draw for 650 on this one instead, on a high output bet slip. Next game in Spain as well, Real Sociedad versus Villarreal. Huge injury list for Real Sociedad. Not that many out for Villarreal. Checking the standings here. Sociedad on a 11th, won't make it to the top 7 this season, and clear from relegation, of course, as well. So pretty much nothing to play for. Villarreal, on the other hand, are still in danger of relegating. Girona are pushing here with their 34 points, and Villarreal on the 36. So for me, this makes Villarreal the more hungry team, and I will give them the slight advantage. Checking though, of course, the last 5 as well. We can see that Sociedad has 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win. 1 loss was against Barcelona, where we find Villarreal on 2 wins and 3 losses. Last time the teams met, 2-1 Real Sociedad, and the game before that, 4-2 Villarreal. Again, I do believe Villarreal might be the better team in this matchup right here, but not the best form, of course, and I'm tipping towards a away win or a draw in this game. A draw paying 340 and a away win 250. You can also go over to Unibet just to check the double chance here. Sports. I can't even type here. Villarreal. Here we go. So a Villarreal victory or a draw is actually paying 148, which is very good if you ask me. 148 for the double play. Okay, over to the next game. Just have to check here if everything still is in order. Yes. Next and last game for La Liga this Tuesday. Getafe versus Real Madrid. Of course, immediately feels like a clear Real Madrid victory. Nothing huge on the injury list. Courtois has been out for a while. Ramos is new to the injury list with a calf injury. And nothing too big on the Getafe team. Standings, Real Madrid are still pushing for the second position, or at least to stay in the top 4. Getafe as well, fighting to stay in the top 4 position with 54 points, and Valencia right behind with 52. So again, might be a tougher game for Real Madrid than what we think. Last 5 though, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss for Getafe, while we find Real Madrid with 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Last time the teams met, 2-0 Real Madrid, and the game before that, 3-1 Real Madrid. I do again absolutely feel Real Madrid should win this game. Odds are on 190, but it could also end up a draw, 375. Do at least check the lineups before placing your bets on this one. But of course, 190 on a Real Madrid team is very, very good. Next game, the Cup in Italy. This is the second leg. The first leg was a 3-3, as we can see here. Checking the head-to-head, Atalanta with 3 victories, 2 draws. Fiorentina with 2 losses and 3 draws. Last time the teams met was a 3-1 Atalanta, and the game before that was the first leg in the Cup, as we just mentioned, 3-3. Can also take with us the other 2 games earlier. These are from 2018, but Fiorentina won here 2-0, and a draw before that one. My predictions for this one today is a Atalanta victory. Might also tip towards a draw, but this is a game I will watch the first 20 minutes of and then take it from there. But my gut feeling tells me Atalanta should win this game today, paying 172 in odds. Just again doing some notes. Next one, Zurich versus Basel in the Swiss league. Basel, huge favorites, paying 157. Checking the head-to-head, we can see Zurich are on 4 losses and 1 draw the last 5, where we find Basel with 3 victories and 2 draws. Last time the teams met was just 22 days ago. Basel won that game 2-0, and the game before that 2-0 as well. Pretty much the clearest favorite for me this one today. Odds are good as well on 157, and this is a game Basel absolutely should win. Only thing though is of course that this is a cup, but it is already late in the cup, and I'm pretty sure Basel will win this game and go through to the next round. Odds were up to 172 this morning on Basel actually, so has been lowered by almost 0.20. The next and last in the games in focus here today is another cup game from Turkey. Again, this is also a second leg game, where the first leg was a 0-0. Galatasaray versus Yeni. Galatasaray are favorites with 170 in odds. Check in quickly the last 5 on the head-to-head as well. We can see that Yeni has 2 losses, 2 draws and 1 win, while Galatasaray has 3 wins and 2 draws. Last time the teams met was a 3-0 victory to Galatasaray, and the game before that was the first leg of the cup, the 0-0. Sorry, here. So Galatasaray should absolutely win this game today. Odds have been lowered a bit here as well. They were up to 185 earlier this morning, down to 170 now. So that's it for this episode of Pro Tips Betting. As always, remember to subscribe to the channel, also the Twitter channel and the Instagram channel if you like that, for the latest tips from me here at Pro Tips Betting. And I wish you all good luck with your bets today, and my betting tips will be on screen right now.